After becoming the US president, Donald Trump is often in the news because of his controversial decisions, and the world is in a continuous shock. ISIS News has shared many updates relating to Donald Trump. Now, the news I'll share with you will leave you shocked. What is it about? Do you know about a prestigious university in the US called Harvard University? People from across the world came to study at Harvard University. Now it is banned. Truly, the US government has cancelled Harvard University's permission to take international students. Howard University is in a big tough spot. Earlier, the US government provided over $2.2 billion in funding to the Howard University. The funds allow both domestic and international students to maintain tax free status while only paying tuition fees. The $2.2 billion funding was a good initiative, but it has now been stopped, leaving Howard University in a difficult situation. Howard admits students from over 150 countries, totaling thousands each year. The visas of international students will be cancelled. A US program called Student and Exchange Visitor Program, under which an American student can go to another country to study while the country's student can come to US to study. This is called Student Exchange Visitor Program, which has been cancelled for Howard University. You may know about different US visas. While F1 visa for students pursuing a full-time program of study, J1 visa is for students participating in educational and cultural exchange programs. These two have been banned for Howard University. Let me tell you the main reason for this ban. Now, Howard University cannot take international students. This has been decided by the US government. The Department of Homeland Security (DHS), led by Secretary Kristi Noem, responded that Howard University is not keeping the campus safe, so ban is needed. Howard has students from around the world, some of who protest against the US government. The US government funds Howard, but the students protest against it. Some students also support terrorist activities. They protest against and hurt Israeli students for the ongoing war between Israel and Gaza. Whether they were physically or verbally attacked is unclear, but it is a dangerous situation, and according to the US government, the campus seems unsafe. Howard failed to protect its students, so it was banned. Donald Trump suspected Howard University to be working with the Chinese government. Reason being that it is accepting a lot of Chinese students who may be from military tribe groups pretending to be students. The students may be spying in America and reporting back to China. Harvard University should report its activities to the US government, including information about protesting students, attacks, and action taken by Harvard University, such as fines, penalties, arrests, etc. However, this has not been reported to the US government. For these reasons, Harvard University has been banned to take international students. It's not about denying student rights, but a decision by the US government to protect the safety of other students. This is what the secretary shared. Harvard University responded that banning admission of international students and stopping SVEP is not a right move. The government's reasons, such as protests, supporting terrorists for banning international students, seem to be mere excuses. The US government is taking revenge because Harvard University did not agree to some of the policies of the government. Since the university didn't accept all policies, the government banned international admissions in retaliation. This is not right. The government is doing wrong. For example, these international students have freedom to learn, and Harvard is aware of all their activities. The same is shared with the government. However, extensive details about the students need not be shared. Harvard does not see a purpose in sharing all the information of all the students. This is our right. Harvard admits students from more than 150 countries. and this adds great value to the university studies, culture, and student life. Howard supports experiential learning, helping students return home with enriched thinking. But the government ban will hinder valuable learning opportunities for the students. This will not be easy. Now, Howard University has filed a case in court against the US government's decision for the ban. International students studying at Harvard will be greatly impacted by this ban. Harvard hosts students from 150 countries, a total of 6,800 international students. These 6,800 students are international students. International students will face big problems. The exchange of cultures, values, studies, and knowledgeable will be disrupted. With the ban on SVEP, the international students will face big problems. The education research work will be disrupted from this ban and moving to another US university which has SVEP will be a task. What if the SVEP is banned for other universities? This will be a huge blow. The students will have to leave America and return to their home countries. Their education, research work, and future career plans will be disturbed. Students have paid high fees, some families have taken loans, while some have paid in full in hope for a better future for their children. They have spent so much money on fees, travel, and living. All of this has been disrupted by the ban. So much loss will be incurred. Because of the ban on Howard University, moving to another university would be difficult as there may be no seats available. These points are a worry for international students. The ban is also applicable for international students from India, which is a huge problem. Yes, Indian students studying at Harvard will now feel worried about their visa status. And may have to come back to India without completing their course after spending so much. Many talented Indian students will not be able to apply to Harvard because of this ban. Harvard is one of the best universities in the world. Getting admission in another top university in UK, Canada, or Australia will get difficult because of high competition. Many Indian students get excited to study in the US with the hope of a better future and ability to financially support their families back home. Their families are happy too. But all that will be changed now. Their dreams are lost. If these students do not go abroad to study because of the ban on Harvard, they will choose to study in India and apply to top Indian colleges like IITs. This would mean an abnormally high number of application and competition. Some experts believe that Trump's action to ban admission of international students is not connected to Israel's safety, Gaza, anti-US protests or support for terrorism, but rather discouraging Indian students to come to the US. Indian students come in high numbers to study in the US and get recognition for it. You may know that many CEOs in the US are Indians. Be it doctors, Google, Pepsi, or others have CEOs who are Indians. It is a long list. A proud moment for Indians, however, Trump opposes it, prioritizing the development of its own citizens. Experts say that the main reason behind ban is Trump doesn't want Indian to get recognition, but gave an excuse that the ban is for safety of the students. The contrasting reasons. You might think the issue of international students is settled and US is secure. Not really. The action will cause problems to US as well. The revenue that is collected from the fees is $44 billion. Because of the ban by the US government, this revenue will be lost. It will also be a loss to the Harvard University. This will not be easy.